you know, there's so many years that go by, and this is an issue that's been around forever. My brother was put into a school with considerably handicapped, mentally handicapped children. That was the only thing that was around.
Yeah.
And when that didn't work, because the teachers basically said we cannot take the education away from the other students to concentrate on him, he was put into a vocational school, and he just started following a bad crowd, and it's absolutely atrocious.
Minister, how do you respond to Laura, to this caller?
Well, I think she makes exactly the right argument that we have to invest in these kids when they're young. That's why we have really accelerated our effort for kids with autism. Just in the last budget, there was another $20 million so that IBI therapy would be available to more children. It is a challenge. There's no question about it. But I can assure you that we are working as quickly as we can to make sure that kids with autism get what they need.
Oh.
I'm very sorry. I have to say goodbye. But
Please stay for just a moment, Minister, because I think there are a couple of things that really do need to be clarified here. You're trying to take
I'm sorry,
credit.
I really am late for something that I have to be at.
Well, I'm very
Bruce, you and I will
disappointed that you
continue
can't
the
give us a bit more
conversation
time.
because we have, I know we have much to discuss and haven't discussed much, and we'll continue to.
Okay,
so I'm
all
very
right.
sorry. I
well,
have to
we
sign
appreciate
off.
your time. Thank you very
Thank
much,
you.
Minister.
Bye-bye.
Okay, but you could say that.
Well, I mean,
you wanted to say.
she's heard me say it before, but this is more for the benefit of your viewers than the minister. The government runs around trying to take credit for having lifted the age cutoff. I think they really need to be held up to some scrutiny on that. They fought in court against it for 18 months using taxpayers' money to keep that age cutoff. And the day that the judge ordered them to lift it, the following day they appealed that decision. They have gone kicking and screaming every step of the way on this. When she says that they're working so diligently to get these services into schools, this Minister of Education's predecessor, Sandra Pupatello, told me to my face a couple of years ago that you simply can't do ABA in schools. It can't be done. Well, at least with our efforts and many other families across the province, our organization held 26 rallies across Ontario to bring public attention to the matter, and it made it so that they could no longer argue against it.
Right.
Now they say it can be done, but I'd like to actually see it.
Okay, we have to take another break. We'll answer more of your calls when we return. Don't go away. Welcome back to City Online. Talking today with Bruce McIntosh from the Ontario Autism Coalition about this very contentious issue of providing therapy for children with autism. And we're going back to the phones. Linda's on the line. Hi, Linda.
Yes, hi.
Linda, do you have a child with autism?
No, but I have a friend that has one.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd like to know, I really don't know what this IBI is.
Okay, it's IBI.
Yes. IBI is the name of the government program. It stands for Intensive Behavioral Intervention, and it's based on the science of applied behavioral analysis,
So
or ABA.
ABA, okay.
ABA is the science, IBI is the government program.
And tell me what you were saying to me during the break about the study that looked at the 40% of the kids.
Yes, Adrian Perry at York University, I guess it's about a year and a half ago now, did a study that was Ontario specific, and she looked at the kids that were coming out of the IBI program.
Right.
I think it was after a minimum of 3 years, or it may have been 4, but in any case, what she was finding was that 40% of these children were actually functioning to a level where they could lose their autism diagnosis.
So they were cured, for lack of a better word.
It's a neurological issue. I mean, their brains truly are structurally different.
Yeah.
But I think the way I prefer to speak of it is they have learned to cope adequately with their behavioral issues.
Linda,
and their
do you have a question about IBI?
Right.
Do you have a question about it?
Well, what concerns me is my friend has her child, and the school has basically said the child has to go on medication.
And is he autistic?
They haven't really proven exactly yet.
How old is the child?
The child is 8 years old, and you know, my friend is actually going through a divorce as well. So, you know, it could be just a matter of the divorce as well, you know, like not paying attention because of that.
Well, we know that there's a broad spectrum.
There is a broad
when you're talking
spectrum.
about autism.
Yeah, there is. And children, autism is a combination of three things. It's a delay in language, it's behavioral issues, and it is a lack of social skills. Those all interrelate, and they come in a variety of combinations with each child. They're snowflakes, they're individuals. But something I'd like to just step in for a moment and give Linda some important advice. And it is this: no one but a medical professional should be advising anyone to medicate anybody else.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know the situation, but please seek a medical opinion and not that of someone who is not trained in the field, because it's an important decision, it's a big decision, and you need to have good advice.
Okay, Rima is our next caller. Hi, Rima.
Hi.
Rima, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm a mother of a child with autism. He's 16 years old.
Okay.
I took him out of school for 5 years, and I did applied behavior analysis with him intensely, where he was getting anywhere between 40 to 45 hours a week. And my son, when he was first diagnosed, he was diagnosed as severe below the first percentile of cognitive ability, and I proved them wrong. I proved that my son could do a lot more. He's still on the severe end, but when I brought him back to the board and put him back in school, everybody was floored. They could not believe that this is the same child. But now he is 16. I can't complain about the school. They're trying all their best.
That's good.
No, they do not have the ability to do applied behavior analysis as intensely as I have done it.
Of course, yeah.
But also, taking my child out of school and spending time with him and getting myself certified in the applied behavior analysis therapeutic method costed the family a lot.
Of course.
And took me out of my work. I am a certified teacher, and meant that I had to leave my job, meant that I had to relocate my family and work with my son. Now that I'm back, not only the applied behavior analysis piece that worries me, what worries me is what is going to happen to these children when, just in my case, a single mom alone with her 16-year-old living in an apartment, if I drop dead tomorrow, what's going to happen to my child?
Yeah,
What's
and what a worry. What a worry to have. Yeah.
When he can't access summer camps, he can't access programs. And my biggest question to the minister, and I'm sorry she left, is yes, they have put a lot of services in place in name only. I would say in name only, because these services don't even work together. They don't even collaborate together. When a family has to work and spend hours trying to find out each organization, what does it do, what doesn't it do, and how to access it. And then you hit waiting list upon waiting list and untrained people. Our kids are not going to go away, and our kids are the responsibility of this country. Where do we go as parents to find support? And it hits the low functioning and the very high functioning. They're at the same boat. They don't have enough support.
Okay. Sorry, Rima. Well, I have to cut you off very quickly, Bruce, but we have to go.
There is not a parent who hasn't lost sleep over this issue. And
money and income.
Oh, listen, 4.2% of the people who responded to our poll of families with autism said that they'd gone bankrupt while on the wait list. Yeah. And to put that in context, generally in Ontario, the bankruptcy rate is 0.2%.
We have to go, Bruce. Thank you for joining us. It's time to check the final results of our daily phone poll. And the question we are asking you, is the McGuinty government doing enough to help families with autism? 102 say yes, 601 say no. And we are out of time. Thanks to Bruce McIntosh, founder of the Ontario Autism Coalition, for joining us today. And you can interact with us anytime. Just log on to our City News website, citynews.ca. Thanks for watching. See you back here tomorrow. Thanks, Bruce. Sorry.